everyone, welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if you're new here. Today I'm going to show you how I meal prep granola and burritos. I don't really meal prep the granola, but I just like bake it in bulk because I like to have it over a few weeks. I actually ate it this morning for breakfast and it was unreal. I had soy yogurt, grapes and banana with it as well. And the burritos are really tasty too. You can have them cold or hot for lunch or dinner or whenever you feel like. I personally would have them for lunch because I like to have a fuller lunch and then like a smaller salady kind of light dinner, just to kind of go to bed with less food in your digestion. So yeah, I hope you enjoy this video, and please be sure to like if you do and subscribe to my channel if you enjoy the content that I post. Yeah, so let's get into the video. I'm going to make granola. I was thinking of doing a chocolate granola, and then I thought, okay, I did a chocolate granola like 2 weeks ago and it actually kind of burnt and it didn't taste great because I think I burnt the chocolate slightly. But yeah, so I'm gonna make a granola. I mixed it up with oats, honey and a bit of maple syrup. That's like the main ingredients, and coconut as well because I really like coconut in granola. So I'm just gonna like meal prep that, but that's gonna be like about 2 weeks worth of granola, so it'll last ages. Like, it's so cheap and easy to do and to make, instead of like buying from a shop because you don't actually know what's going in it. But if you make it yourself, you know what's going in. So yeah, I'll move on over and get started. I have all the ingredients laid out in front of me. First thing I'm going to do is melt all of the liquid ingredients together. Well, coconut oil isn't like liquid at the moment, it's in solid form, but melt that with maple syrup and honey, and then we'll add it to all the dry ingredients. So I'll have the recipe in the description, or I'll have it on the screen somewhere, just to show like what's actually in it and the measurements. So yeah, let's get into making. Heating this pot up on a medium heat, and I'm going to add half of a cup of coconut oil. So I'm just gonna add that first. Then I'm gonna measure out half of a cup of honey and maple syrup together, and this is like a reduced sugar maple syrup. So I'm going to fill this up, say halfway with honey, and then the other half of the way with maple syrup, to kind of give it a mix, because it says honey or maple syrup and I don't really want to use just all honey, so I said may as well use a bit of maple syrup since it's there. So that's just about half a cup now. I'm going to pour that in with the coconut oil and let it kind of blend together, because you need those liquids to combine with the dry ingredients, obviously, then to make it granola. So yeah, I'm just gonna let that melt on the heat for about 2-3 minutes until the coconut oil is like totally melted. And then while this is melting, I'm going to put all the dry ingredients together. So I will switch over to that now. So here I am adding all the dry ingredients together. I thought a bird's eye view would be a lot nicer to watch, instead of like having the camera in front of the bowl and you actually can't see anything I'm doing. So yeah, this looks better. So first I'm adding 4 cups of oats. Now you can use any oats that you want. I use the Oddlums porridge oats because that's what we had in the house. So just working with what we got. Next then I'm going to add 1/3 of a cup of flaked almonds. You can use whole almonds, crushed almonds, anything you'd like. Next is crushed cashew nuts with hazelnuts, 1/3 of a cup of that, and then 1/3 of a cup of walnuts, and they're kind of halved walnuts. Then 1/4 of a cup of chia seeds. Then 1/4 of a cup of pumpkin seeds, and then some sunflower seeds. I didn't put them all in because I actually tasted them. They were a little bit bitter, so I didn't want to put them in. Then next is 1/3 of a cup of desiccated coconut and coconut flakes as well. So yeah, just put all the dry ingredients together, mix it up until they're kind of like evenly distributed throughout the oats. I think like having your ingredients already laid out and measured is a great idea, and it actually speeds up the process a lot more because you know exactly what you have to put in, when you have to put it in, and like the measurements are there, so you're not like arsing around like during your preparation on measuring and stuff like that. So it's better to have it prepped. Next then I'm just going to add the wet ingredients, so the coconut oil, the honey and maple syrup. Just giving that a stir until it's totally combined, just to make sure that there's no more like powdery parts left and that the liquid is like evenly distributed, because we want it to kind of clump together, so we can get bigger clusters of granola instead of it just being all flaky and stuff like that. So yeah, just mix that around and see all the bits on the side is like floury still, so yeah, just mix it around until it's totally combined. Next I'm putting the granola onto a pan with grease-proof paper. Just gonna like spread it out and pack it in, by pressing on top of the granola to kind of make it stick together, because that's how you make the bigger clusters instead of it all away from each other. But if you want it more flaky, just spread it out a little bit more, and skip the pressing it down part. Before you do this, obviously preheat the oven at 180 degrees. These go in the oven for about 20 to 25 minutes, depending on how much you have. You want it to cook from the outside in. So the way it's going to work is like the outsides are going to get more golden and crispy first. So there's a step you obviously need to take when like halfway through you take it out and just kind of mix it around throughout itself to make sure that it like cooks the whole way through. So enjoy.
It's ready. I let it cool down, and I'm gonna just like store it in these mason jars. So yeah, that's clearly all I'm gonna do now. I'm just gonna, this is like the easiest, cleanest way of getting the granola into pot. So just kind of go like this. Oh, there's a lot of it. So it's gonna, it's very nice. So that's like one, I'd say I'd get like a good 2-3 weeks, 2 weeks out of this granola or so for breakfast. So yeah, perfect and easy to store. So I'm gonna take the big tray and get all this transferred into a jar as well. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed granola.
First I'm starting off with 250 grams of rice in this pressure cooker, so it'll actually do the rice way quicker than if you did it in a pot. So what I'm going to add to rice is just about 350 mils of water, just enough to like cover the rice. Into that I'm going to add 2 teaspoons of cumin, a teaspoon of smoked paprika, slurred words, a teaspoon of salt, half a teaspoon of chili flakes, and half a teaspoon of chili powder. So I'm just going to throw that in with the rice, kind of give the rice a bit of flavour and a bit of a kick. So I'm just going to stir that around with this spoon. I don't know if you can just kind of smell the spiciness coming off the rice already, but yeah, so I'm gonna put this on the pressure cooker. The pan is heating up, so I'm gonna just add 3 tablespoons of water to the pan, then add the 3 cloves of garlic, and let the water kind of infuse with the garlic first. So just let that simmer for a minute. The pan is like slightly heated with the garlic. You can smell the garlic coming off, so you know it's kind of heating up now. So I'm gonna add then the can of corn.
corn is almost heated enough. I'm gonna add the black beans now. Oh, I wasn't even in the shop, but yeah, I'm gonna add the black beans now. So a can of black beans. Give them a stir. Just cook them for a few minutes. So then I'm gonna add some salt, 2 teaspoons of cumin. Where's this spoon? Yeah, so 2 teaspoons of cumin. The smells are lovely. You just get like a whiff of different smell of spices off of it. So stir these around. Make sure they're all coated in cumin as much as possible. And you're gonna add your lime. Oh, it's very hard to coat. That is cool. I think I'll just use half a lime because there's actually a lot of juices in this that you wouldn't really realise, like. I'm sure it's all totally. So I'm just going to turn it in. The beans are done. So what I did is kind of just mash them down a little bit just so they're a bit more tender in the burritos. I'm going to add some coriander now just to kind of liven up the colour a little bit. So like you can leave that out. That's an optional it's an optional ingredient, but I like it, so I'm going to put it in. Yeah, so they're done. The rice is going to be done in literally a minute. So I'm going to take out this salsa, well, the pico de gallo that I made earlier today. So that's going to go on them as well. And I'm going to use soy yogurt for dressing on them. So the rice is ready now. So I'm on the last one. I just put the rest of the beans, some of the rice, and I'm actually going to throw half an avocado on this one because I'm going to eat this one now. Just obviously have to taste test for the video. So I'm just going to scrape out this avocado and put the slices across the meaty parts. Then I'm going to throw some of this chipotle hot sauce onto there. There we go. I used a lot of that. Didn't mean to. But I'm going to try and like do this one as perfect as the last one went. This one actually turned out fairly well, like wrapped, but yeah, so. For my first burrito ever, it's pretty decent, you know? I could eat these every now and again.
So that's what it looks like on the inside. So you can see like the kind of layered bits of, this one has avocado in it, isn't it? I can't taste avocado though. Okay, I got a bite of everything in that, and the hot sauce, everything like flavors each other really well. I think I'm just gonna like cut a bit of this off because I don't want to eat the whole thing. I'm not that hungry, so I'm just gonna like cut that half that I just ate off and just eat that on its own, and then the rest I'm just gonna try and put tin foil and have it later or tomorrow. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed making burritos.